Alright, so we've taken a contract again with House Steiner, max money to capture base in the lowlands, 2 skull. Should be a bit of a milk run, hopefully. And the point of it's basically that, well, we have one pilot who's injured for the next 30 days, and we're just trying to push our faction reputation up by as much as we can. So this should do a with that. Yeah, so Bronzite's out for a little while. We put Bomb Squad back in since he's off our injured list, and we've got Announcer and the Hunchback, same as usual. Slapdash and the Chameleon, same as usual. McWraith and the Awestruck, these two are usually in opposite order. The last mission we did was one of the ones where we have to protect somebody in a Mecha Griffin. It's actually pretty pleasant. And we got decent use of the fire starter, so I'm going to be bringing that fire starter along again. Too bad we don't have Bronzite, but we'll make the best of it. So, let's go ahead and jump in.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, it's a weird looking drop right there. We have a gigantic rock wall right ahead of us.
Time to get paid.
We might have quite a long walk. It looks like, yeah, that's the corner of the map. We have to go around here and up. I think they have a version of this map that's on the moon as well. I'm pretty sure I've played on that before. Well,
heading that way.
Let's start moving, I guess.
Принял, выдвигаюсь.
We're gonna have to do this slowly because of the
Moving to
Hunchback
position.
and the Hollander.
Heading out.
Okay, well,
Got it.
nothing to do for it, I guess. Good news is that if I scout ahead some, we might actually be able to get some decent damage ahead of time
Принял, выдвигаюсь.
with the
On my way.
artillery piece.
Position confirmed.
Because again, the
Moving out.
Hollander 2 is carrying a Thumper
Roger.
artillery piece. It's not the biggest. It's not the biggest. It's not the meanest piece of artillery
Heading that
ever,
way.
but gets the
Принял,
job done.
выдвигаюсь.
We're just moving up slowly here
Heading out.
because our biggest gun is on that Hunchback.
Confirmed.
So if I get
I'm
going
there.
too far ahead of it,
Move order received.
it's not exactly good for us.
Heading
So
that way.
he's on the slope. Let's go ahead and move up here. I don't see anyone. Okay.
On my way.
Well,
Confirmed.
nothing to do for it except to keep moving.
Got it.
So we're staying together as much as we can, and let's see. At some point, we're going to get some visual
order
on
received.
an enemy. I had a really bad
On it.
matchup on this map once where I was just getting pounded by 3 artillery pieces at once, kind of thing. 2 lances of mostly assault max. It was absolutely insane, but
Heading that way.
we shouldn't see that on a
Принял,
two-star mission.
выдвигаюсь.
Copy that.
It is possible we won't see anything at
Roger.
all until after I get up
Position
to
confirmed.
scout that position there, or at least closer to it. So what I want to do, I think, that looks like it's a little bit on the low ground, and quite close to the edge of the map. So I think I want to take the Javelin over there with the Chameleon, but everything else, I might want to keep it
Position confirmed.
over here on this side of the river. I mean, we can cross it decently quickly, but I don't want us to be, well, there's reasons for it, I guess, right? So let's at least come back here. There it is. Okay, so we're close enough to scout. Garrison's on patrol all the way back. Multiple contacts. Okay, so that could mean one lance. Sometimes Darius has no idea what the hell he's doing, so
Got
could
it.
mean multiple or just one.
Aye, aye.
Really no way to tell. I want the Hollander in a decent position to just stand and not really be in the line of fire, so I'm thinking,
Coordinates received.
you know, in and around these rocks will actually be pretty good for us, because I can move them down here into this niche, and we can sort of block most lines of fire, but still get indirect fire that's useful for ourselves. So
Affirmative.
I know I said I'm going to split with the river, but stay together. Local fire superiority is just so
Heading that way.
ingrained. I can't do
Принял,
it.
выдвигаюсь.
This is a bit of a trick. We're gonna move only up a
Knowledge.
little bit because I want
Heading out.
that move when I do land on this piece to be with relatively good evasion,
Rolling.
which should be next turn. Should be able to get somebody up there. Yeah, so let's move
Orders?
chameleon first. No, I have to go all the way up because I don't have good enough jump jets for that. Okay, very well. We'll keep the hunchback here. Actually, we'll keep everybody where they are
Принял, не тороплюсь.
right now.
Roger. Venting heat and
We'll
stabilize.
move them all. Oh, okay, that was a mistake.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Alright. Interesting. So I'm not going to step on that capture zone. Not yet. Because I think that'll call in another lance as soon as I do that. So we're going to stay away from them. Sorry, from that for right now. And just try to make an impact here. And I know they have 40% damage mitigation right there, but
Что
that's
там
not
еще?
as good as... okay, well, let's pass one turn and see if they do anything. Okay, so there's Javelin. Yeah, that's why that's not good enough. 40% damage mitigation, but if they hit us, you know, 5 times as often, the math does not work out in our favor right there. So let's move somebody who will matter quite a bit.
Yes, Commander.
The fire starter can't get an actual punch. I do want to use him for the sensor ping, so we'll wait
Что
for
там
later
еще?
for that. We got cover there, but that's, you know, long range guns. So let's go
Commander?
with the javelin. Why not? And we can do this. It's a fair amount of evasion. It's
Gotcha.
a little exposed. We're moving up the things up in between their next move and the one after. So let's see who they can move next. Maybe that stinger. Double medium laser. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Receiving you.
So we still don't want to move that fire starter quite yet.
Да.
So we will. Yeah, I guess we can do that. We're gonna change the LRM-15 to be AOE. That way, even misses give us some good damage, hopefully. And 3 evasion pips is not really as much as I wanted. Let's do that. We'll keep a little bit farther away. Hopefully, we don't shoot the back of our javelin here, but it should be alright. Oh yeah. So all those misses didn't actually matter because they still give us anywhere between 1 and 4 damage from the AoE effect. That's some really nice ammunition right there. Let's go down to 7.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
okay, I don't know why it does this sometimes. We can't drop the tank beacon this turn. Whatever. We can do. So we can shoot at the Javelin and the Stinger, or the Hunchback and the Orion. And that Orion looks like the LRM-20 is offline for some reason, but the LBX AC-10 can still do some good work. You know, I want the light mechs off the field first, so we're gonna shoot at the Stinger, because if I shoot at the Javelin and I miss to the right, I could damage my own mech, and I don't really want to do that, so we're gonna just shoot right there. We did miss. We actually missed really well. We put all that damage pretty much centered in their entire land, so everyone got a little bit scratched from that on their side, which is phenomenal. That's what we want. So we'll reserve again. I want these 2 to move before I do that sensor ping. Okay. That's great. Hunchback got in some good work.
Light damage. Holding firm.
So we can move on 6. Move on 6 here. Let's reserve. I want that sensor ping, so that'll damage all of their accuracy for next turn. But it will also get me better shots for the rest of this turn,
Броня держит. Мукаску
which is very
содрало.
nice. So
Waiting for orders.
let's get the fire starter. Ooh, that is really tempting. But if we're gonna do the sensor ping, I want good mobility on them next time, and this will get us just enough of a radius. So let's go up here,
Affirmative.
and let's hit that active probe ping. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the whole lance. So that should be quite good for us.
Duncan Fisher here.
Yeah, a little far away, aren't you?
Heading that way.
Well, nothing to do for it. It was probably a not terrible idea to leave him back there with the Hollander. You know, if they'd reinforced somewhere right next to him, that Hollander would have been pretty much up shit creek, as they say. So let's see. Can I get a good shot on? Well, that's a decent position anyway.
Let's move.
Okay, let's see what we've got. Obstructed shot. So our best accuracy looks like it's on the Orion. He has the most armor, so I don't really think I can bring him down from a distance. Let's take the shot on the Javelin. We've already, yeah, okay, that's why. Looks like at least one location structure exposed. Nope, 2. So CT and left arm, which is pretty good for us. So now we can go around here. Can I get anything where I can get the medium pulses online? Maybe, maybe not. Looks like a no. So, you know, this isn't strictly necessary, I guess. I could get to a different location where I can use those medium pulses, but I mean, the 2 ER mediums are pretty good. Yep, there we go. So we tear off a left arm, tunnel some damage right through there to the left torso as well. For anyone who's somehow, you know, new to the game while watching something as obscure as this, whenever you tunnel through one location like that, by which I mean deal more damage than the internal structure can take, that damage proceeds to the next inside location. So, for example, right arm goes to right torso, goes to center torso. Things like that. So that would be a charge, probably. Yep, that would be a charge. This guy moving on 9 with this loadout is not phenomenal, but I guess we can make the most of the AoE holograms. What I'm hoping to do, I could shoot them all with this Javelin right here. If I shoot them at the Orion, I might be able to hit, you know, all 3 of those mechs. So let's go ahead and give that a try. If not, you know, we've learned something, and I'm not exactly feeling threatened at the moment here. We did land some damage, not a lot to any sort of decent hit location there. I think only one technically hit the CT. But we did, you know, increase the stress level of that pilot, decreases their accuracy, even though, you know, they just go in and land more damage. That Javelin 10F, I've been running it up a little bit too aggressively here the last couple missions. That's why we keep losing parts and pieces, or, you know, more than just a couple parts and pieces on it. Oh, it really sucks that that's a charge. I really wanted that. Let's go in there. So, what can I do? Can I get any sort of rear angle? Nope, can't quite get around. So if that's the case, may as well just do the move. Well, is that true? Kind of want the additional... Yeah, we're going to do the sprint. We lose a little bit of accuracy, but the 3 extra evasion pips are pretty nice. And just go ahead. So my goal here is damage the Orion, sure, but that heat, if it registers, which it looks like it didn't for some reason,
I'm here.
Would have been quite nice to have that additional heat damage on him. Javelin I kind of want to punch with, but that right arm being damaged is making me a little bit wary, especially because we don't really get many evasion pips there. What we could do is we could run around. Yeah, we could run around. So I do want that Fire Javelin dead. He's just a little bit too close. I want to take him out with the Ostrak this turn, which should be more than manageable. So we'll sprint around to this side here.
10-4.
And we will pop the Battle Lord for a little bit of extra damage and accuracy.
Fire all.
Let's see what we can do. Yeah, okay. Right arm destroyed. Take medium laser offline. Pushed quite toward the red line ourselves with our own Javelin, but wow, that torso. Hang on with three hit points. Okay,
Commander?
fair enough. Okay, so I still can't use the tank airdrop. I'm not sure what's up with that. We have one we can use. Several, actually. Let's just go ahead and go back in with the Thumper. Not exactly my best shot there, but I mean, it's getting through, right? Reasonably well. That's why we took the extra 3 evasion pips. So our fire starter is fine, despite taking, you know, that's one of the hunchbacks that carries quad, medium laser. What? No, hold on. What does it have in its hunch? Oh, that's an interesting loadout there. 2 medium lasers and the 2 LRM-10s. Interesting. Not sure I've really seen that often.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so just the Orion moving now.
Duncan Fisher here.
Can we get anything at all? You know, I honestly expected worse accuracy with that. Continue to take that shot just to see what happens. Oh, that's a bad idea, but we're gonna do it. Why not? Playing a game after all, may as well enjoy it.
Lighting them up.
And of course we miss with both. Something like a 12 to 15% chance of missing both of
Good to
those.
go.
Glad to see that we are still not underachievers. Okay, so we're gonna come down here.
Moving out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get this objective. I'm not really scared if they drop reinforcements, which I don't think they will anyway.
On.
Let's see, left torso destroyed. Okay,
Target
pilot injury. And we panicked that pilot out. So that's good. That's 1 down. 3 that we know of to go. Potentially as much as 7 or 8. Okay. That Orion missed. I'm a little bit sad that we didn't go for salvage here, but the salvage options weren't the best. The max salvage we could have chosen is only 2 pieces. So even if we killed that Orion well, we'd still be looking at getting... I can't believe it's still a charge. It's really upsetting. We'd still be getting, you know, max only a couple pieces there, which it's not really worth doing. So we'll go on the sprint right here.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
I can't actually kick him this turn. I've been enjoying melee with this team.
Aye, aye.
The last time I played this, I went straight for the clown, so I never really did much melee because they get penalties to all things melee related. What's moving on 9? Oh, the stinger. Okay. But this is, you know, it's a new experience. It's fun. This time I think we do want to be allied with House Steiner, and there's an interesting new addition to Battletech Advance. Well, maybe not brand spanking new, but certainly not old. Where they've incorporated a new map control
Что
mod.
там еще?
So my hope is to help House Steiner actually take territory. And then if we can do that and it doesn't take forever, maybe we'll switch sides to whoever's left. Rationale being, well, yeah, House Steiner paid well for a while, but if they're the only game in town, then why would they need mercenaries, right? So we have to
Commander.
fight to keep somebody alive to fight our current employers. I don't know if that logic makes a ton of sense, but yeah, that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to reserve that fire starter down until after the Hunchback makes his move. We're going to keep the 7 evasion if we can, and then go twice. That way I can get a nice rear angle shot on him without having to worry too much. In the meantime, though, I want to stand in the water, but I can't quite swing that and a decent shot. That's not a decent shot. Okay, let's go ahead and reserve down. What else is moving on? 7. Hollander. So,
Waiting for orders.
hey, now we can do the tank airdrop. I don't know why it wasn't lit up before, but well, take what you can get and all that. So let's give him a flanking position. And I learned last time, because I had trouble with this, but now I know. Hold shift when you're selecting the location, and we can go for the Behemoth heavy tank, which is quite a bit more effective than the Vendetta. So we'll get him coming up. We'll reserve down. The Behemoth, I purchased the contract for it so we can drop one of them any given mission for the rest of the game, and that thing is no slouch. It's a double LRM-10, sporting, what's that, SRM 612, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. 4 MGs, double AC-10, that's pretty heavy armament. The one thing I don't want is to be in its way when it shoots. So he doesn't go until priority 1 on this turn, so we'll get everything out of this firing arc around to the other side at an angle if we can manage it before he opens up. So let's go ahead and do that now. Actually, that works out pretty well. Yeah, so we come around here, we can get a side angle shot. Not quite a rear angle shot. We're standing in the water, cuts our heat by quite a bit by adding sort of cooling capabilities. So the same amount in, but more out.
Ready
And
for
we
orders.
come down here with the. Can I punch him? I don't want to punch him. Well, kick him anyway. Yeah, let's kick that guy. Why not? And then unload with all the flamers. And we missed, because of course we missed. 92% chance to hit with that. A couple more flamers coming in. That is pushing his heat, so we might be able to get him to shoot less or potentially punch himself out, basically.
Yes, Commander.
Where's the right move here? I think it's going to be just to move, not sprint to there. Not
Confirmed.
great accuracy here, but we can try and get rid of that precision strike. We do have very good accuracy on the Orion, but I don't really want to slow him down any, and I mean, that's where we have a chance for a kill right there, not anywhere else. So let's go here.
Let's go
No.
wild.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so he'd taken so much damage to his front and to his central torso, a little bit of armor damage on the back, that we were able to bore through with just a
Ready
single
for orders.
hit from a medium laser.
Confirmed.
Well, granted, an ER medium laser, so does
Locked on
25
for
damage,
physical
not
attack.
20, which is significant at times. Right? Compliment there. I like Orions. They have really nice armor. If you guys haven't figured out by now, I'm a bit of a sucker for heavily armored mechs. If you can't survive, you can't fight. So the first thing you have to do is survive, then you have to deal with fighting. I know some people are sort of the other way around, where if you can't fight, you won't survive, but I think there's a time and a place for both. So that was some good damage. We did hit the Ostrak once with a single wayward LRM, but that was pretty good damage there. So now let's come in with the Chimera. We only have 2 mechs left for the Op 4. If I come down here and I kick... Yeah, let's give that a try.
Принял,
It's just with the
выдвигаюсь.
large laser, but the kick is about the
Всё
best
принял, врываюсь в
close range
захват.
offense we have in Chimera. Plus it makes him unsteady, so our chances of hitting with other things goes up. So we can come around.
Orders.
Fire starter, move to right there. Get ourselves out
On
of
the
the fire into the water, so those will hopefully cancel out a little bit for heat generation, which they do. And open up on his remote. I don't really care if I kill him all the way with this, although it would be nice to.
That hit something good.
I'll take a panic out, or I'll take him having his mech shut down, things like that. So we'll just move right there.
Order acknowledged.
And unfortunately we can't precision strike, so we'll have to go here. Might have gotten him. Nope. No, gyro crit. So I can't imagine he has much structure left there. 15, of course. Yeah. Even a small laser would have gotten him at that point. We're going to... Well... This is why we put sensor lock on that Hollander pilot,
I've got a sensor lock.
because the times I don't want to shoot that artillery,
Duncan
at
Fisher
least
here.
we can do something useful with it. So now we'll come in.
Heading that way.
We have no recoil on that AC-20 right now, so we'll get the best accuracy
Lighting 'em up.
we will. And we did manage to chunk that right into the Orion. Looks like right torso, maybe? Or no, that went all into his leg. Yeah, we open up the right torso with the
Receiving you.
medium laser, oddly enough. So that's shooting right past my own guy. If those miss, we're gonna pound into the back of our Ostrak. I don't really want to take that shot, but our alternative, well, we could hit him in the rear there. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, okay. Pretty light damage. Very light damage, really. And we take quite a kick
There goes the
from that Orion. Okay, yeah, no, that's bad. Heavier
There goes the
tonnage,
paint job.
the more damage you do in melee, right? So our Hunchback just took all of that right to his right leg, and because we have the armor, we will survive. That simple. So what we can do, come down here.
On it.
We'll leave the Orion for the next turn, basically. Try and finish off this Hunchback. Which if that doesn't do it, okay, that Hunchback's in. Very nice. Very, very nice. And let's see what our heavy tank does. 2, right leg destroyed. That's a knock down. We should be doing more difficult missions after this, really. I can't justify staying on a 2-skull planet after that sort of performance, but I'm hoping we can, solidify our relationship with House Steiner, then start to increase the tonnage of our lands. But that's the mission. Thanks for sticking around.
Mission successful.